Senator, I just asked Mayor Buttigieg about your charges about him that he's accepting money from billionaires. He says the point is you got to build a coalition and accept money from all sources if you're going to beat Donald Trump. So the question is, are you more interested in purity than you are in winning?
No, I am more interested in transforming this country and lowering the outrageous cost of prescription drugs, in making sure that every American has health care as a human right, not a privilege, and making sure that our kids can afford to go to college and not leave school deeply in debt. And here is the problem. Everybody knows this, whether you're conservative or progressive. It is the billionaires and the big money interests that control what goes on politically, what goes on legislatively in this country. And if you do, as Mayor Buttigieg does, take huge amounts of contributions from the CEOs of the pharmaceutical industry, from financiers in fossil fuel industry, from the insurance companies, from Wall Street, does anyone seriously believe that you're going to stand up to those powerful entities and represent working people? Chris, I am enormously proud of the fact that my campaign today, as of today, has received more campaign contributions from more people, averaging all of $18.50 than any candidate in the history of the United States of America. We are a campaign of the working class, by the working class, and for the working class. And we are going to take on Wall Street and the insurance companies and the drug companies and the fossil fuel industry, and finally create a government and an economy that works for all of us, not just the 1%.
But Pete Buttigieg, not to take his side in this argument, just to state what his argument is, he says, look, I put out my platform. I'm going to work for working and middle class people. If billionaires want to support me, support what I stand for, what's wrong with that?
But Chris, do you or anybody else in America really believe that if the CEOs of the pharmaceutical industry are making significant contributions to a campaign, that they don't know what they are doing? Look, let me be very honest with you. In my view, the drug companies are not only extraordinarily greedy in charging us, in some cases, 10 times more for the prescription drugs that we get as they do in Canada or in any other country. They are corrupt. They engage in price fixing. They engage in collusion. In terms of the opioid epidemic, they were actually selling a product that they knew was addictive and killing people. They continue to do it. Do you think when the CEOs of major pharmaceutical companies contribute to your campaign that you are really going to take them on? I don't think that you will. We have massive levels of income and wealth inequality in America. 3 people own more wealth than the bottom half of America. Do you really think you're going to take on the rich and say, guess what, guys? You're going to finally start paying your fair share of taxes, not as Trump did, give $1 trillion in tax breaks to the 1% and the large corporations. I think common sense suggests that when you take money and you're dependent on billionaires, you're not going to stand up to them. You're not going to effectively represent working families.